Hey everybody, it's Policies here. Welcome back for a brand new video. So something interesting happened today. Donald Trump's foundation, the Trump Foundation, was opened up for inquiry by the New York Attorney General, as they say that the Trump Foundation was engaged in some bad activities possibly, and some of it being possibly illegal, which is quite ironic as Donald Trump in the last few months has been accusing the Clinton Foundation, ran by Hillary Clinton, and Bill Clinton as being fraudulent, taking money from foreign countries, including Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and also going through that pay-to-play. If you paid the Clinton Foundation a few $1,000,000, you can have access to her and talk about your issues and possibly get things done. And there's some different evidence behind that. I haven't really looked too much into it, but I'm sure there is some truth to it and some lies to it, just like everything else. It's kind of a gray area. But this story is pretty interesting because it comes at a time where Donald Trump has been really hitting Hillary Clinton on her foundation. But for the New York Attorney General to go after Donald Trump for this comes at a bad time for him. Let's go ahead and see what the Attorney General had to say.
Interest in this issue really is in my capacity as regulator of nonprofits in New York State, and we have been concerned that the Trump Foundation may have engaged in some impropriety from that point of view, and we've inquired into it. We've had correspondence with them. I didn't make a big deal out of it or hold a press conference, but we have been looking into the Trump Foundation to make sure it's complying with the laws.
This isn't the first time the New York Attorney General has actually come after Trump. He also kind of tangled with Trump regarding the New York or the Trump University and pretty much said it was fraud. But this one's pretty interesting. As the Washington Post, New York Times, even Fox News has kind of said, the Trump J Foundation is not like other charities. The investigation in the charity goes back for 17 years of tax filings and interviews with more than 200 individuals and donors and beneficiaries. But one thing is for sure, nearly all the money that comes from people and other people that go into the Trump Foundation is actually mainly from other people. So Donald Trump doesn't put a whole lot of his own money in it. In tax records, the last gift from Donald Trump himself was in 2008. Since then, all the donations have come from other people's money, and that is fact. Trump then takes the money and generally does what he pleases with it. So it's not like he's actually using the money to fight AIDS with or give to poor people or help out the world in some way. Like the Clinton Foundation does have evidence of doing. They have done a lot of good things in Africa, and they've helped fight different diseases and help fight for women's rights in different countries throughout the U.S. and Africa and Latin America. But Trump's foundation seems to be more like a charity for himself. In one of those cases, which was not previously reported, Trump spent $20,000 of own money earmarked for charitable purposes to buy a 6-foot-tall painting of himself. Yes, that is true. That is a fact. And money from the Trump Foundation has also been used for political purposes, which is actually against the law. If you own a charity, you cannot use it for political purposes. You can't use it to pay for politicians or donate to politicians, but Trump has. And money from the Trump Foundation has been going on for a while now. It just going towards Trump's ballrooms, going towards his paintings, going towards his clothes, possibly being spent on his airplane. And this is one of the issues with the media, is that they're not really blowing this up. They've really dug into the Clinton Foundation, and they really started to dig into her activities as a Secretary of State and relationship with the Clinton Foundation. And one of the reasons I think that is because Donald Trump was a loud guy. When he believes in something, he'll shout it and scream it, just like he did with Obama's birth certificate. There was no evidence at all in the world that Obama was born overseas or born from Kenya. But Donald Trump shouted it so much at every chance he got. The media was forced to press Obama to release his records. The same thing about Hillary Clinton's emails, which isn't a big deal at all. She wasn't prosecuted. The FBI director said she's not getting prosecuted. There was no intent behind it. But Donald Trump is really good at getting the media's attention and playing it in his favor. So the Democrats actually want to use this in their favor. They really need to pounce on this and really push that Attorney General in New York to dig into these issues and figure out, is this legit or not? How fraudulent is this charity? It appears to be pure fraud. This man is using his charity as a way to dodge taxes. He's using the donations not towards the good of the world or helping poor or building up poor villages, but he's using it instead to pay himself. It's pretty much a tax shelter for himself. It seems to be pure fraud. So hopefully we dig into this. We'll definitely stay into this story to see how fraudulent this really is. And come back for the next video tomorrow. It was great hearing from you guys. Leave some comments below. Do you think this is fraudulent or not? How do you compare it with the Clinton Foundation? And do you think this will hurt Trump's campaign, or do you think he'll just blow it over just like he has with everything else. So go ahead and leave a like. Down at the bottom you'll see a subscribe button. Subscribe, and I look forward to hearing from you all again tomorrow.